class, and welcome to our Chapter 4 review. So let's start with these questions. What we're doing is we're multiplying fractions by whole numbers. Now I have a question. Can I multiply fractions by whole numbers straight away, or do I have to do something to it first? Vahe.
You have to long divide.
Good guess. Delaney.
You have to turn the 4 into a 4 over 1.
Yes, we have to turn the 4 into a 4 over 1. When we're multiplying fractions, unsurprisingly, they have to be fractions. What would our next step be? What would we look to see if we could do? What would we look to see if we could do? Who could tell me? Camilla, what would we look to see if we could do?
You would look to see if you could cross cancel.
Yeah, we want to see if we can cross cancel. And can we hear Camilla?
No, you can't.
No. 3 and 1. 1 is already the most simplified. 4 and 5, not divisible by the same thing. So we just multiply across. We can't cross cancel, so we across multiply. Lucas, what did you get as your first fraction?
That was my first fraction. I got 12 over 5.
Perfect. He got 12 over 5. But that's an improper fraction. So what'd you do?
I was about to say I had to see how many times 5 can go into 12, but it can't go in perfectly, so it can only go in 2 times, and 2 is going to be our big number. And then you put a fraction, and 2 will be on the top because 2 times 5 is 10, plus 2 would be 12, and then the denominator stays the same.
Excellent. I loved his explanation too. 5 goes into 12 2 times without going over. 5 times 2 is 10, but we actually had 12, so that was a difference of 2. And our denominator always stays the same. So we do the same thing for the next one. We need to make this a fraction. Whenever we have a whole number, what is it as a fraction? Who can tell me what a whole number is as a fraction? What do we do for any whole number to make it a fraction? Amelia, what do we do?
Whole number over 1.
Yeah, whole number over 1. When you have it over something, that means divide. Just like our divide sign right there, these are just placeholders. Our divide sign is just placeholders. And when you divide something by 1, it doesn't change at all. Amelia, can I cross cancel anything here?
No.
No, I can't. Perfect. Ben, what do you get as your initial fraction?
Fraction.
So we across multiply, and what do you get?
14 and 1/5.
Well, we get 14 over 5.
14 over 5, yes.
Perfect. But that is an improper fraction. So walk me through it. How do I make this a mixed number?
So 5 goes into 14 2 times. So you add 2 and you use the remainder of 4 and place it above the 5.
Yeah, so we use that remainder. He was talking about the long division method. We have 14 and 5. So we want to see how many times it goes in. It goes in 2 times. That's 10. We subtract and we have 4 left over. This became 2 and 4. And then our denominator always stays the same. You guys are doing great in the chat, by the way. So let's read this one. The Mississippi River is the second longest river in the United States, with the Missouri River being the longest. The Mississippi River is 25th the length of the Missouri River. If the Missouri River is 2,540 miles long, how long is the Mississippi River? Who would like to set up this problem for me? So we got a lot of words here. Who would like to set it up? Dolan, let's set this problem up for me.
Okay, I'm sorry for the background noise. There's a... Well, first you're going to want to multiply, or
Yeah, we're going to be multiplying, yeah.
divide, 23 over 25 times 2,540 over 1.
Excellent. So she saw here we had our fraction and here we had our whole number, but she made our whole number into a fraction. Lucas, can I cross cancel anything?
I don't know on the.
Yeah, so they're both divisible by 5. I don't know for sure if 2,540 is divisible by 25. In fact, I know it's not because 2,500 is divisible by 25, which means 2,525 and then 2,550. So I know it's not divisible by 25. But even if I didn't know that, I know it is divisible by 5. So my 25, I'm going to make that into a 5. And then I'm going to see how many times it goes in here. 0, 5, 25, 0, 0. It's supposed to be a 4, 8. So now I'm left with 508. I actually want to draw that, canceling it out. The reason I can think about it is because if it ends in a 5 or a 0, we automatically know it's divisible by 5. If it ends in a 5 or a 0, we automatically know that it's divisible by 5. And now all I have to do is across multiply. We've already cross canceled. Now we have to across multiply. So what we do know is our denominator is going to be a 5. So our denominator is going to be a 5. 5 times 1 is 5. We're multiplying 508 times 23. What did you get, Amelia?
I got 11,600.
So she was close. Let's go through it. 3 times 8 is 24. So I do that. I put the 4, I carry the 2. 3 times 0 is 0. Plus 2 is 2. 3 times 5 is 15. Turns out I'm doing my math wrong on my own thing, and she is correct, actually. So what happens? See, teachers make mistakes too. She got 11,684. Excellent. Then we're going to do our long division method to solve. 11,684. And then we're dividing it by 5. Does not go into 1, it goes into 11 2 times. That's 10. We subtract 1. Let's see. Amelia, how many times does 5 go into 16?
3 times.
3 times. That's 15. We get 1. Let's see. I bring down my 8. I want to know. Lila, how many times does 5 go into 18? Oh no, Lila got booped. Jackson, how many times? 3 times. Again, yes, that's 15. We get 3. Perfect. We're left with 34. Let's see. I would like... Marjorie, how many times does 5 go into 34?
It goes in 6 times.
6 times. That's 30. We get 4 left over. This is the only time in math that I allow us to do remainders is simply when we're doing fractions. So when we're doing fractions, I am now getting 2,336 and 4/5. Thumbs up. Do we all see how that happened? Thumbs up. We all see how that happened? Yeah. Great job, you guys. 2,336 and 4/5. Let's think about this too. Does this answer make sense? We know that the Mississippi River is going to be smaller than the Missouri River. Is this answer smaller than the Missouri River? Does this make sense? What do we think, Kayla? Does it make sense?
Yes, because... Wait, should I give you...
Yeah, exactly. Yes, because why?
Oh, yes, because to what?
2,336 and 4/5.
just because if you multiply 23 over 25 multiplied by 250, 200, 500.
2,540.
I can't even say it. 2,540 above 1, it would equal 11,684.
Yeah, and we know it makes sense too, because the Mississippi River is smaller, and here, this answer is smaller than that answer. So that's confirmed. We know that that makes sense as an answer. Let's try these. Again, when we're multiplying fractions, we across multiply. So for the first one, give me a thumbs up or a thumbs down if we can cross cancel. For the first one, the top one, give me a thumbs up or a thumbs down if we can cross cancel. Now we cannot cross cancel. 2 and 7 are not divisible by the same thing. 3 and 5 are not divisible by the same thing. So I'm gonna across cancel. Kylie, when I across multiply, what do I get? What's 2 times 3? Julian answered, yes, it is 6. Then let's see, Ella, what is 5 times 7?
5 times 7 is 35.
35. This is just a normal fraction, a proper fraction. So we're good. We don't need to do anything. Let's see. I want to ask, Pearson, for number 2, can I cross cancel anything?
7.
Yeah, I can cross cancel the 5 and the 5. So I can cross cancel the 5 and the 5. They're both divisible by 5. Let's see. I want to know, Lucia, can I only cross cancel when it's the same number?
Yes.
Yeah, they don't need to be the same number in order to cross cancel it. As long as they're both divisible by the same number, then we can cross cancel. Now it's time to across multiply. I want to know, Julian, what is 3 times 1? 3, excellent. Hey, Brian, what is 7 times 1? Perfect, one group of 7 makes 7. Awesome, so I get 3 sevenths, and it's a proper fraction. We cross cancel in the beginning because it saves us time, and it shows us that we do not have to simplify. It shows us we don't have to simplify. Let's look at this one. Miss Diaz had 7/8 of her class present, and 1/2 of those present were wearing pants. What fraction of the students total were wearing pants? So, by pants, I don't mean that you weren't wearing anything, but maybe you were wearing shorts, or a skirt, or a dress. Or in this case, probably pajama bottoms. Lucas asked if this is a division problem. There is a key word in this problem telling us what we're going to do. Lucas, what is the key word?
Total.
Harley got it. It's of. Of means multiply. Remember from our previous chapters. Of means multiply. So we're going to be multiplying 7/8 times 1/2. So I'm going to cancel out this 8 and the 2, right? And I'm going to turn it into a 4 and a 1. Totally legal, right? Thumbs up, thumbs down. What do we think? Ooh, I'm getting a lot of shake. No, exactly. We can't across cancel. We can only across multiply. There's nothing we can cross cancel. There's nothing I can cross cancel. So for this one, Marley, what did you get as your answer?
I got 7.
Perfect. She got 7/16, 7 over 16. 7 times 1, just like Brian told us, is 7. And 8 times 2 is 16. Let's look at these ones. Now I've got 3 3/5 times 5 5/12. And then I also have 4 1/2 times 2 5/6. So I'm just going to multiply it like this, right? 3 times 5, and I'm going to add 3/5 times 5/12, right? That's totally legal. We can totally do that. What do we think? No, we got someone saying no. We can't do that. What do we have to do then instead? Raising our hand. What do we have to do? Marley? Marjorie, what are we going to do first? What do we need to do?
We have to make an improper fraction.
Yeah, we have to make an improper fraction. We can only multiply with fractions, just like we had to make that whole number into a fraction. Who can walk me through the steps of how to make 3 3/5 into an improper fraction? Ella, go ahead.
Yes. Okay. So, you're gonna take the big 3 and the 5, and you're gonna multiply that, and you get 15. And then you're gonna take the 15, and then you're gonna plus the numerator. I think that's what it's called.
Yeah.
15, 16, 17, 18. You'll get 18, and then the 18 will go on the top, and then the 5 will go at the bottom because you always keep the same denominator.
Look at that. Great explanation. 18's on the top, 5 is on the bottom because we always keep our denominator. Same thing for this other one. Michaela, what is 5 5/12 as an improper fraction?
So 5 times 12 is
Yep.
60 plus 5 is 65. So it'll be 65 over 12.
65/12. Now these are really big numbers. But what can I do to make my life easier, Dolan? These are really big numbers, but what can I do to make my life easier? Yes, I can cross cancel. Dolan, give me one example of what I can cross cancel.
You can cross cancel the 65 and the 5.
Yeah, what are they both divisible by?
5.
Perfect. 5 divided by 5 is 1. Dolan, do you know 65 divided by 5? Dolan, what is it?
13.
Yeah, 13. Let's see. Amelia, can I cross cancel anything else?
No.
Maybe I can. Marjorie. Oh, she got it. What is it?
You can cross cancel 12 and 18.
What are they both divisible by?
2.
They are divisible by 2. Anything bigger? 6. Amelia, what is 18 divided by 6?
3.
Perfect. What's 12 divided by 6?
2.
Perfect. We've done all our cross cancel. So now we across multiply. Let me see. Marjorie, when we across multiply, what is 3 times 13?
3 times 13 is 36.
Ooh. So we get 39. And then easy, what's 1 times 2, Marjorie?
1 times 2 is 2.
Perfect. So let's see. I want to know, Alec, how many 2's go into 39 without going over? Lucas, how many times does it go in?
19 and a half.
Yeah, 19 times. And as he says, and a half, we have 1/2 left over. If I did my long division, 39, 2. 1 time, 2, 1. Then it goes into 19. It goes into 19 a total of 9 times. That's 18. And I'm left with 1 left over. So I get 19. My remainder is 1, which becomes my new numerator. Excellent. So now again, with our second bit, we have to convert from mixed numbers to improper fractions, multiply, and then convert back. So who would like to answer for me what 4 1/2 is as an improper fraction? What is 4 1/2 as an improper fraction? Michaela.
So 4 times 2 is 8. And 8 plus 1 is 9. So it'll be 9 over 1.
9 over 2, because we keep our denominator. Let me see. I want to know, Sydney, what is 2 5/6 as an improper fraction? Marjorie, what is 2 5/6 as an improper fraction?
So 2 times 6 equals 12, and then 12 plus 5 equals 17, so that's 17 over 6.
Perfect. 17 over 6. Let's see. Lila, is there anything I can cross cancel? Can I cross cancel 2 and 17? Are they divisible by the same thing?
Cancel you.
Can I do 2 and 17? Are those divisible by the same number?
It goes over.
Yeah, we can't do that one. Abner, what about 9 and 6? Do they share something I can divide them both by?
Yes.
What can I divide them by?
Right.
So Abner says they're both divisible by 3. Abner, what is 9 divided by 3? Perfect. And what is 6 divided by 3?
2.
Perfect. And then I'm going to across multiply. I'm going to across multiply. Amelia, what is 3 times 17 equal to?
51.
Yeah, 51. And what is 2 times 2 equal to?
4.
Perfect. Now, I want to know, Vahe, how many times does 4 go into 51 without going over? He's frozen. So, Delaney, how many times?
12.75.
Yeah, 12 times. Goes in 12 times without going over. Amelia, what is 4 times 12?
Huh? Sorry.
So it's 48. I'm going to take that away from 51, and I'm left with 3, and my denominator stays the same. So I get 12 and 3/4. Let's look at this one. Claude Monet's painting, The Beach en Fleur, on display at LACMA, by the way, measures 59 and 7/10 centimeters by 81 and 3/10 centimeters. What is the area? With area, we are multiplying length times width. To make things speedy, we're going to get 813 over 10 times, let's see, 597 over 10. We can't cross cancel these. We know that because 10 is only divisible by 1, 10, 2, and 5. 1 doesn't matter. They don't end in zeros, so it's not divisible by 10. They're not even, so they're not divisible by 2, and they don't end in a 5 or 0, so they're not divisible by 5. So sadly, we just have to multiply. As I'm multiplying, I'm going to get a really big number, but I get 813 times 597, which gives me 485,361 over 100. Remember when we were doing decimals earlier and we know that anything over 1 is a whole number? Here's my decimal. I'm going to make it over 1. 1, 2. Who can tell me my chant? Who can tell me my chant? Lucas, what's my chant?
However many times you move it to the right, you have to move to the left.
Good job, but that's not my chant for this. What's my chant, Delaney? What's my chant, Romina?
Is it whatever you do to the top, you do to the bottom?
Yes, what we do to the top, we do to the bottom. What we do to the bottom, we do to the top. What we do to one side, we do to the other. I got this fraction over 1 by moving my decimal 2 places. So I moved my decimal 2 places here. And I get my answer to be 4,853 and technically 61 over 100. Perfect. Great job. Don't worry, we won't have as big of numbers on our test. Ready? Macy ran 17,160 feet in a day. How many miles did she run? Who can tell me and remind me how many feet are in 1 mile? How many feet are in 1 mile? That's a 10th. Romina, what do you get?
5,280 feet.
Yes. 1 mile is 5,280 feet. What kind of problem am I going to be doing? I'm going from a smaller unit to a bigger unit. Remember when we go from smaller to big? Am I going to multiply or divide? This one's weird. It's weird to think about.
Divide.
Ella shouts out, but yes, we are going to divide when we're going from smaller to bigger. You'd think multiply, but no. So I'm going to be dividing 17,160 by 5,280. Here's a good thing I can do. Are you ready, you guys? 17,160, 5,280. If they both end in a 0, boom. That zero's gone, you guys. Hey, they're both even. I know I can divide by 2. So I'm just going to start and divide by 2s just to make my life easier until I can get down to a simplified answer. I divide 1,716 by 2, and I'm going to get 858. I divide 528 by 2, and I get 264. They're still both even numbers, so I'm going to divide it by 2 again. I get 132, and I get 429. So I find out right there that is probably the most simplified that I can get it at this point in my mind. I actually can get it more simplified, like I said, is that I don't necessarily, it's kind of hard to do this with lots of big numbers, but I don't think they're as big of numbers on the test, just to make our lives easier. So when I do this, I can divide them by 3. I get 143 over 44. And that's the smallest I can get it. 143 over 44. Let's see. Pearson, yes.
Okay, so I had a question about the other thing.
So just to make our lives easier, we find out that 44 goes into 143 how many times, Lucas? It goes in 3 times. 44 times 3 is 132. 132 subtracted from 143 gives me 11 over 44. But I can simplify that. Amelia, 11 over 44 simplifies to what?
I have it on the tip of my tongue. I don't know why.
So exactly, they're both divisible by 11. We get 1/4. Like I said, don't worry, we won't have as big of numbers on the test, I believe. Let's do this one. Okay, you guys. I have to think about this really quickly. I have to make these into a fraction. So let's see. Jackson, what is 6 as a fraction? He is overthinking this. Cynthia, what is 6 as a fraction?
6 over 1.
6 over 1. Poor Jackson's over there so upset because he realized he was overthinking that. But now we're dividing. When I divide, what are the rules I need to follow? I now need to do something else. Camilla, what do I have to do?
You need to follow the keep, change, flip.
I need to do keep, change, flip. My Kentucky chicken fried when I divide. Kentucky chicken fried when you divide. Exactly. So, Camilla, walk me through it. What am I going to do here?
So you're gonna keep the 6 over 1, and then you're gonna change the division symbol to a multiplication symbol.
Excellent.
Then you're gonna flip the 2 over 3, so it could be 3 over 2.
Excellent. Am I allowed to flip whatever fraction I want? Can I flip the first fraction, you guys? Shaking our head or nodding? What do we think? Can I flip the first fraction? No. I can only flip the second fraction. That's all I can flip. So then we're going to multiply. But wait, Sophia, can I do anything before I multiply? Can I do something before I multiply?
Yes, you have to cross cancel.
Yeah, I can cross cancel. What can I cross cancel?
6 and 2.
Perfect, the 6 and the 2. What do I get?
For the 2, you get a 1.
And for the 6?
You get a 3.
Excellent. So, Sophia, when I cross multiply, what do I get as my answer?
So for the top, for the numerator, you get 9 over
which is equal to 9. Excellent work, you guys. Excellent work. Am I able to cross cancel when I'm doing my division? Like, look, I can cross cancel that into a 1 and this into a 2, right? Like when I cross cancel when I divide. Can I cross cancel when I divide? No. We have to only cross cancel when we multiply. First, we keep, change, flip, and then we can cross cancel. Remember, Kentucky chicken fried when we divide. Kentucky chicken fried when we divide. Now, this question, the one below it, 8 times x equals 1. Does anybody have any idea what the answer might be here? Does anybody have any idea what our answer might be? Marley, what do you think?
I'm just making a guess. 1/8.
She's correct. 1/8. Here, 8 over 1 times 1 over 8. We can cross cancel these. We get 1. What is that called? When I have the 8 over 1 and then I got the 1 over 8. What is that 1 over 8 called, Lucas? What is it called? That's okay. Let's see, Amelia. What do you think it is? Let's think. Sophia, what do you think it is? Last one, Marley. What do you think?
Reverse multiplication.
Oh, it is reverse multiplication, but that's not what the term is. Are you ready for it, you guys? It is the reciprocal, or as I like to say, refliprical, because we flipped 8 over 1 to 1 over 8. It is the reciprocal. It is the refliprical. Amelia, what is the reciprocal to 2/5? 5 halves. Perfect. Cynthia, what is the reciprocal to 1/7?
7 over 1.
Excellent. What is the reciprocal to star over 2? Let's see, reciprocal to star over 2, Pearson.
The reciprocal, sorry, I don't really know how. 5 over 2?
Ooh, good guess.
I mean, 5, the star is 5.
So we don't have the definition, but it's going to be 2 over star. All I do for my reciprocal is I flip it. My refliprical. That's when we do divide. That's the flip, the keep, change, flip. The reciprocal, keep, change, flip. So let's see this. Antonio owns 4 acres of land. He wants to split it into 2/3 acre lots. How many lots will he have? Who can tell me the key word in this problem so we know what we're doing? What is the key word that lets us know? Camilla?
Split.
Split. So we're dividing. 4 divided by 2/3. Vahe, what do I have to do first?
You have to put a 1 down.
Yeah, 4 over 1. Can I cross cancel, Vahe? Well, can I do it yet?
Not yet.
Nope, because I can't do it with division. So now what do I do, Vahe?
Now you want to divide. Long divide.
So I can't long divide yet. Remember, when we're doing fractions, what do we do, Marley?
We gotta use Kentucky Fried Chicken.
Yeah, Kentucky chicken fried. Yes. Okay, so we keep the first one, 4 over 1. Change it into a multiplication, and we flip the 2/3. Sebastian, when you flip 2/3, what do you get? Yeah, we get 3 over 2. Kayla, can I cross cancel anything?
Yes, you can cross cancel 4 and 2.
Yeah, both divisible by 2. This becomes a 1, this becomes a 2. What's my answer then, Kayla, after I cross multiply?
So we would have to just multiply now. So 2 times 3 is 6, and 1 times 1.
6 lots. I want you guys to do these two. So like I said, I can cancel these ones out, right? The 5 and the 5, I can do that when I'm dividing. No! You can only cross cancel when you're multiplying. You can only cross cancel once you're multiplying. First, you got a Kentucky Chicken Fried when we divide. Ella, read this to me as keep, change, flip.
So you're gonna Kentucky Chicken Fried, which is you're gonna keep the 1/5, and you're gonna change the dividing sign to multiplying sign because then it goes change. And then for flip, you're gonna flip 7 and 5, so it's 7 flips.
Excellent. And then I'm gonna across multiply. Lucas, when I across multiply 1 and 7 and 5 and 5, what do I get?
You will get 7 over 25.
Perfect. And we can't make it any smaller. I want to see then. Sophie, can you please Kentucky Chicken Fried this bottom one for me?
Yeah, so first I'm gonna put 2 fish at the bottom.
Then what?
Location sign.
Excellent.
And then you switch the 3/4 to 4/3.
Perfect. And can I cross cancel, Sophie?
No.
No. So I just across multiply. Sophie, what's 2 times 4?
8,
What's 5 times 3?
15.
Perfect. Great job. Again, we have to go from mixed numbers to improper fractions here. Ella, what is 6 and 1/2 as an improper fraction?
It will be 13 over 2.
Perfect. Then what is 3 and 1/4 as an improper fraction?
14 fourths.
Perfect. We get 13 fourths. So now I got a Kentucky Chicken Fried. We get 13 halves. We change it to times. And what is my flip?
You flip the 13 and the 4, which would be 4/13.
Yes. And we can cross cancel. 13, 13, they just become 1. 4 and 2, 1 and 2. I across multiply. 1 times 2 is 2. 1 times 1 is 1. My answer is 2. Excellent. I want to call on Hannah. Hannah, what is 4 and 2/3 as an improper fraction? Perfect. So we get 14 over 3. And what about 2 and 2/9? What's 2 times 9?
2 times 9, 18.
Plus 2?
20.
20 over 9. Now I got to keep, change, flip. Keep the first one, change that. And what's the flipped version of 29ths?
Now, 20.
Perfect.
9.
9/20ths. We can cross cancel. 14 and 20 are both divisible by 2. 7 and 10. 9 and 3 are both divisible by 3. 1 and 3. I want you to across multiply for me, please, Hannah. 1 times 10 is 10. What is 7 times 3?
7 times
21. Delaney, how many times does 10 go into 21?
Twice.
Twice. And what's left over?
Twice.
Perfect. 2 and 1/10. I want you to think about this. How many 3/8 pound bags of trail mix can Sophie make from a 6 and 3/8 pound container of trail mix? So we're splitting up the container into bags. So we're going to be splitting this up like that. I would like to know, Lucia, what is 6 and 3/8 as an improper fraction? Can you tell me? Perfect. So we get 51 over 8 divided by 3/8. Keep, change, flip. 8 divided by 8, they become 1. 51 divided by 3, 17 and 1. We across multiply, and I get 17 over 1, or 17. So for these problems, I want you to find the mistake, explain the mistake, and fix the mistake. So here's problem 1. For these problems, what you're going to do is you're going to find the mistake, you're going to explain the mistake, and you're going to fix the mistake. So let's look at problem number 1. We have 2/3 times 1/4. So now what I've done is I've made it 2/3 times 4 over 1. So I flipped it. I made it the reciprocal. Then I just across multiplied. 2 times 4 is 8. 3 times 1 is 3. I simplified. 3 goes into 8 2 times. That's 6. And I had 2 left over. 2 2/3. Eden, what did I do wrong?
So the problem starts out as multiplication, so you don't need to find the reciprocal.
Oh, the problem starts out as multiplication, so I don't need to do my keep, change, flip, because I didn't need to change it to anything. Exactly.
If it was division, then you would need to do it.
Exactly. If it was division, says Eden, I would need to do it. But I don't here. So I just have 2/3 times 1/4. Eden, can I cross cancel anything? Yeah, I can cross cancel the 2 and the 4. Both divisible by 2. It becomes 1 over, and then that one's a 2. Now I across multiply. 1 times 1 is 1. 3 times 2 is 6. So my actual answer is 1/6. Let's look at the second one. Okay, I've got 3/4 divided by 2/3. So then what I do is I cross cancel. 3 and 3 cross cancel. I get rid of those. They turn into 1. 2 and 4 cross cancel. 2 is a 1. 4 is a 2. Then I set it up. Now I have 1/2 divided by 1 over 1. So I did my keep, change, flip. 1/2 times 1, which is equal to 1/2. But I made a mistake here. Where is my mistake? What can't I do in this problem? Eden, what can I not do? Where's my mistake?
So your mistake for this one is basically the opposite of that one.
Ah.
So this problem starts off division, but you didn't find the reciprocal. You didn't do the reciprocal.
Yeah, I did cross canceling before I found the reciprocal, and that's not allowed. That's not allowed. So if I'm actually going to do it, I first have to find the reciprocal. 3/4 change reciprocal. 3/2. I cannot cross cancel anything here. So I'm going to get 9 over 8. 8 goes into 9 one time. 9 minus 8 is 1. So I get 1 and 1/8. What about my last problem? Here I have 6 3/5 divided by 2 3/4. So I make them into improper fractions. I make them into 33/5 divided by 11/4. Then I do my keep, change, flip. I do my reciprocal. I do 5 over 33 times 11 over 4. Here I cross cancel. I can cancel the 11 and the 33. I get 1 and 3. I multiply across. 5 times 1 is 5. 3 times 4 is 12. Where is my mistake here? What did I mess up? What did I mess up? Yes, Eden, what did I do wrong?
You didn't flip the thing. I noticed that you didn't flip it.
Oh, I flipped the wrong one. So here I flipped 5 over 33. I can't flip the first one. This one is keep, Kentucky Chicken Fried. So I actually have to keep the first one, change the sign, and flip the second. Now I'm able to cross cancel. 3, 1, that stays the same. I now across multiply. I get 12 over 5. 5 goes into 12 2 times. That's 10. 12 minus 10 is 2. And we keep our denominator the same. Excellent work.